Be prepared. Everyone thinks June will begin like any other month, but they couldn't be more wrong. Beneath the surface, a subtle yet powerful portal has just opened, and only those who are truly attuned will hear its call. Have you felt it? That quiet pull, that strange sense of heaviness, mixed with an urge to release something old? This is not just a feeling, it's a sign. The new moon has left more than just a dark sky. It has left a hidden doorway. Before tomorrow, you need to listen to what your soul is whispering. It's not just your mind playing tricks. It's the universe rearranging your path. If you ignore these signs now, you risk carrying old cycles into a space meant for your next chapter. This is your chance to step into alignment. Are you paying attention? In the stillness of the night, as the world continues its familiar rhythm, and most people believe nothing has changed, something profound has already begun to stir beneath the surface. The new moon didn't just darken the sky, it left a soft imprint on the very fabric of your being, an invitation woven into silence. Did you feel it? That faint pull deep inside, the sense of something pressing gently on your chest, as though the air itself has thickened, urging you to pause. That was not a fleeting feeling. It was the universe whispering to you through the language of energy, sending subtle vibrations that only the attuned can hear. This shift isn't loud. It doesn't arrive with grand announcements or obvious signs. It's like a gentle pulse, a hidden rhythm aligning with your breath, waiting to be acknowledged. You may have noticed old thoughts resurfacing, memories long forgotten stirring back to life, or an inexplicable restlessness rising within. These are not coincidences. They are echoes of a transformation already underway. Have you recently felt moments of deep stillness when everything around you seemed to pause? Or perhaps a sudden wave of emotion, fragile yet powerful, rising without warning? These experiences aren't interruptions. They're signposts. They're guiding you to recognize that the new moon's whisper is not just a moment in time, but a doorway to a deeper, unseen alignment. This is a threshold moment. June has not just arrived on the calendar. It has entered your field, asking you to release what no longer serves, to step into a new frequency of being. The subtle heaviness you might feel is not a burden. It's the weight of unrealized potential, a gentle pressure to awaken from the slumber of old cycles. What parts of yourself have you been ignoring, hoping they would fade on their own? What old wounds or patterns are quietly resurfacing, as if the universe is asking if you're truly ready to move forward? These questions are not meant to create doubt, but to spark a deeper listening. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your breath, the pulse beneath your skin. Can you sense the quiet invitation? The air itself feels charged, as if waiting for you to align, to notice. It's not demanding action, it's inviting presence. To notice the quiet currents in your thoughts, the fleeting impressions that pass through like whispers. In this space, there is no need for answers or resolutions. The new moon's whisper doesn't push, it opens. It's a soft unfolding, a space where you can allow the old to gently fall away and the new to emerge, not with force, but with grace. This moment is not for declarations or decisions. It is for feeling the air shift, for recognizing the quiet transformation happening beneath the surface. The sky may appear unchanged, but your soul knows otherwise. This is the call to align with something larger, something that speaks not in words, but in resonance. Have you noticed how certain things suddenly feel heavier, while others feel inexplicably light? This is the sign that alignment is happening, that your energy is rearranging itself in preparation for what's to come. The whispers of the new moon aren't asking for your attention. They're asking for your trust. Let yourself breathe into this shift. Feel the subtle movement in your chest, the quiet currents of thought and emotion that rise and fall like the tide. This is not a time for action, but for listening, for remembering, for allowing the old frequencies to dissolve so that the new can settle into place. Tonight, as you move through the hours leading into tomorrow, know that the universe is not waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for you to be present, to notice, to allow. The new moon has opened a door, and whether you step through it consciously or unconsciously, its energy will ripple through your life. So, are you listening? Are you willing to feel the weight and the lightness, to let go of what no longer belongs, and to make space for what is ready to emerge? The choice is not in the action, but in the awareness. And that awareness begins now. As June unfolds, something soft but undeniable is stirring. The moon's passage through Purva Faluni is not loud or demanding. It is a gentle nudge, a subtle recalibration that speaks directly to your inner world. You might not see anything obvious around you. The streets remain the same. The sky continues its quiet dance. But beneath it all, there's a shift taking place. Do you feel it? That almost imperceptible pull in your chest, as though the universe itself is gently adjusting the strings of your soul. This is not imagination, not coincidence. It's the pulse of something deeper calling you to pause, to notice the places within that are ready to soften. Purva Faluni, a space in the cosmos ruled by Bhaga, the bringer of inner joy and sacred pleasure, does not shout for your attention. Instead, it whispers in the quiet spaces, inviting you to recognize the old patterns you've outgrown, the thoughts that keep looping in your mind, the feelings that rise unbidden, bringing memories of moments you thought you'd left behind. Have you found yourself standing still for no reason today, as if your body remembered something your mind had forgotten? Perhaps a memory flickered through your awareness, or an unspoken emotion surfaced quietly. These moments are not distractions. They are recalibrations. The universe is aligning your energy, adjusting the internal frequencies to match the new path opening before you. This isn't a time to act. It's a time to feel, to allow. The recalibration happening within you is not about doing more, but about surrendering more deeply, about letting go of the old narratives you've clung to for comfort, even when they no longer serve. It's about recognizing that healing doesn't always arrive with clarity. Sometimes it comes wrapped in confusion, in the soft unraveling of what no longer fits. Notice how your body responds to these moments, the tightening of your chest, the flutter of your breath, the sudden urge to retreat or to cry. This is not weakness, it's release. It's the softening of the old self making space for something new. What have you been holding on to, hoping it would resolve itself without your attention? What emotions are asking to be witnessed, even if they feel too raw or too distant? These questions aren't demands. They're gentle invitations to sit in the presence of your own unfolding. As the moon continues through Purva Faluni, the universe is not asking you to push forward. It's offering you a pause, a space to reconnect with the quieter rhythms of your inner self. To recognize that alignment isn't achieved through force, but through surrender, through trust. Breathe into the space you're in right now. Feel the subtle movement within you. This is not the universe testing you. It's the universe inviting you to recalibrate, to release the weight of expectations, the clinging to answers, and to rest in the knowing that what is meant for you will unfold in its own time. So, today, let yourself be still. Listen not with your ears, but with your heart. Let the subtle call of Purva Faluni remind you that sometimes the most profound shifts happen quietly beneath the surface. And if you notice them, you are already stepping into a new alignment. As the moon continues its silent journey through Purva Faluni, another alignment unfolds, equally subtle yet infinitely more personal. Venus meets Chiron, not in a grand display, but in a soft encounter of light and shadow. This is not a cosmic event for everyone to witness. It is a message meant for those whose hearts carry silent echoes of old wounds. Have you felt it? That quiet ache, the sudden wave of emotion rising unexpectedly, the fragile thoughts surfacing just beneath your usual calm. This is the touch of Venus and Chiron, brushing against the places you've kept hidden, the emotions you've convinced yourself to forget. Venus, the planet of love, connection, and value, does not merely symbolize external relationships. She represents the way you love yourself, the grace with which you hold your own broken pieces. Chiron, the wounded healer, does not inflict new pain. It illuminates the pain already present, the one long ignored but never truly gone. As they converge, they do not demand answers. They do not offer immediate relief. Instead, they gently bring to light the tender areas you've avoided, the subtle fractures in your sense of worth, your capacity to forgive, your ability to truly let go. Have you noticed how certain names, faces, or memories keep resurfacing? How old emotions, thought to be resolved, quietly tap on the edges of your awareness? This is not coincidence. It is the healing process inviting you to finally see what you've kept buried. It may come as a heaviness in your chest, a deep sigh you didn't know you were holding, or a sudden desire to withdraw from the noise of the world. This isn't weakness. It's a recalibration of your inner world, a soft yet persistent reminder that the past cannot be ignored, only integrated. This conjunction does not punish. It invites, it says, come closer to your own truth. See the places where you've been too hard on yourself, where you've demanded perfection, when what you really needed was compassion. Feel the softening, not as defeat, but as the beginning of genuine healing. If you find yourself on the verge of tears, if old grief surfaces like a wave, let it. Then, this isn't the world falling apart. It's your soul making space for light to enter. It's the heart's quiet rebellion against the weight of suppression. What if you allowed yourself to feel it fully? What if instead of resisting, you leaned into the fragility, into the softness that beckons you to stop and just be? This is not about fixing anything. It's about witnessing your own humanity with tenderness. Tonight, as the energies of Venus and Chiron weave their quiet spell, know that you are not being asked to resolve everything. You are simply being invited to notice, to soften, to breathe, to recognize that every emotion rising within you is a piece of your story, waiting to be honored, not erased. Let this be a moment of surrender, a moment where you stop asking why and start accepting what is. In this space, healing is not an event. It's a gentle unfolding. And as you stand in this quiet intersection of love and pain, know that you are not alone. The universe is holding you, whispering, "You are ready." As the moon's shadow lingers, a secret portal quietly unfolds, invisible to most, but unmistakable to those who feel with their hearts. The new moon's energy is not about external signs. It is an inner resonance, a subtle alignment that requires nothing more than your willingness to notice. Have you felt it? That sudden moment when everything around you seems to quiet, when the air feels charged with something you cannot quite name? This is not chance. This is the invitation of the portal, a space where the old dissolves and the new begins, not with noise, but with breath. The universe does not open this door with a grand announcement. It is woven into the fabric of your day. The moments when a memory whispers back, when a sudden thought tugs at you, when your chest feels tight without explanation. These are not interruptions. They are the quiet keys to the portal. The secret lies not in the physical, but in the energy. The portal does not require you to act, but to allow. It asks you to release the need for control, to let go of the mental loops that keep you bound to yesterday. Can you sense what is ready to be left behind? What thoughts or patterns have felt heavier than usual, as if their time has finally come to an end? This subtle invitation is not about escape. It's about integration. The new moon's portal invites you to gather the scattered fragments of yourself, to weave them into something whole and honest, not perfect, but real, not forced, but flowing. Perhaps you've felt moments today when the world seems to blur, when the familiar feels distant, and something deeper calls your attention inward. This is the threshold of the portal. It does not open with force, but with recognition. The more you allow yourself to feel the subtle shift, the clearer the path becomes. In this space, clarity is not an answer. It's a quiet knowing. A sense that what you thought you needed to hold on to is no longer necessary. That the future does not require you to carry the weight of the past. Can you feel the lightness beneath the heaviness? Can you trust the process of release? This is not a test. It is a remembrance, a return to a quieter version of yourself, one that knows the way forward is not through effort, but through surrender. The new moon's portal is not reserved for a select few. It is accessible to any soul willing to listen beneath the surface. Tonight, as the world sleeps, let yourself soften into this invitation. Feel the stillness as more than absence, as presence. Recognize the subtle signs as more than coincidences, as whispers of the universe aligning with your soul's true frequency. There is no rush. The portal remains open, waiting for you to meet it with awareness, not urgency. When you wake tomorrow, whether you feel light or heavy, know that the shift has already begun. You are already stepping through. As the final echoes of the new moon's energy ripple through the unseen layers of your life, the universe leaves subtle, almost imperceptible markers, signs that are easy to miss if you're moving too fast, too distracted. These are not warnings meant to instill fear, but reminders, quiet nudges that ask, are you paying attention? Perhaps you've noticed it already. The random thought that won't leave your mind. The sudden emotion that swells without a cause. The flicker of memory tied to a place, a face, or a long-forgotten intention. These are not distractions. They are keys to something deeper, something the surface world cannot reveal. Have you found yourself wondering why certain feelings have resurfaced today? Or why a seemingly ordinary encounter felt charged with unexpected emotion? This is not coincidence. This is the universe speaking through symbols, through the subtle shifts in your internal weather. The signs may come as moments of fatigue, when you expected energy, or as clarity, when you least anticipated it. A conversation that lingers in your thoughts. A song that resonates strangely deeper than before. These are not random. They are invitations to pause and recalibrate, to ensure you're not carrying the old into a space designed for the new. What patterns have you noticed repeating, almost as if they're asking to be acknowledged before they can finally dissolve? What small moments today have felt heavier or lighter than usual? These are not just moods, they are messages. The universe does not demand your obedience. It offers a path, illuminated softly, waiting for you to notice. The final warning of this new moon portal is not a threat, it's a gentle hand on your shoulder. It whispers, if you move forward, without noticing the signs, you may carry the weight of unresolved cycles into the days ahead. But if you pause, if you listen, you will step into a field of energy that feels clearer, lighter, more aligned with who you're becoming. This isn't a warning to stop. It's a call to align. To notice the whispers in your thoughts, the vibrations in your emotions, the gentle pushes from within that say, this is ready to be released. Can you trust this subtle guidance? Can you allow the signs to shape the way you step into the next phase? Tonight, as you close your eyes, reflect not on what needs to be done, but on what is ready to be let go. Let the subtle signs guide your breathing, your dreams, your readiness for tomorrow. The sky does not shout. It hums softly, waiting for you to align with its quiet invitation. And when you wake, know this: whatever you've noticed, be it a thought, a memory, or a fleeting feeling, it has meaning. It is a piece of the realignment that June has already begun. You're not just crossing into a new month, you're stepping into a deeper awareness. The final message is simple: pay attention, not with effort, but with presence. Let the subtle signs speak for themselves. They will not lead you astray.